YOLO dope people of YouTube. So today I'm gonna tell you guys this crazy story about the first time I was locked up in LA County Jail, man. And if you've ever known anybody that's been locked up in LA County Jail, it's different. It's fucking crazy in there. The inmates have rules. The sheriffs have rules. And I don't mean written rules. I mean the rules of operation, you know? And we all know the rules. So in regards to sheriffs, one of the rules is if a sheriff puts hands on you, every single sheriff around him is gonna put hands on you. Doesn't matter if you're right, doesn't matter if you're wrong, doesn't matter if you're set up, it does not matter. That's just the way it goes. Same thing with the inmates. Like if someone one of the other organizations did something to a homie, all of a sudden all the homies would have to retaliate instantly. Not later, instantly. Doesn't matter if you're getting released tomorrow, the next day, a year from now, 10 years, you gotta do it. And it's gonna be worse off if you don't do it. So that was a rule that the sheriffs and the inmates both had in common. So for me, the crazy thing is, so I'm a homie, I'm Armenian, and I happen to be the only Armenian I'm one of two Armenians in that dorm room, right? We're talking about by Six Flags, Wayside. So they transferred me from LA County to Wayside. I was mainline County Blues, right? So they transfer me to it's like half the dorm is trustees and half the dorm is just in County Blues, you know? So a lot of people don't know that sheriffs have gangs. There's actual cliques, like sets, you know? Like these sheriffs have gangs. They go by a different name. They call them fraternity orders, right? But let's just say, for argument's sake, they are like gangs, because they fucking are, right? So they had something called the Vipers, man. And initiates, or what are they called, man? Prospectors, right? They'll put a giant diamond. I'm talking about a diamond from on the back of their sheriff uniform that they're not supposed to put anything on. They iron on a giant diamond with a rattlesnake, or like a viper in the middle, you know? And I'm talking about from the neck area, and from the neck to the belt line, shoulder to shoulder, giant fucking diamond. As they put in work, they slowly start peeling that diamond down, and you'll see them walk around with it like half hanging and shit, you know? So I'm in the trustee dorm, so when we go somewhere and we come back, the entire dorm has to go through strip search, okay? Strip search is one of the most humiliating, dehumanizing things you have to go through in jail or prison, man. I've never been to prison, but I've been to jails. So I could imagine it's the same humiliation, man. You as a adult man have to go through a process to make sure you're not carrying back anything deadly back to the dorm. So you have to bend over, cough, open your mouth, lift up your sack, right? Like, it's humiliating. And it's not like there is no opting out of this. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot opt out of that. It doesn't matter what type of gangster you are. It doesn't matter how soft you are. There's one way or another way they're gonna fucking do it. Because they're not gonna allow anyone in LA County to move around without being pretty sure that you're not fucking carrying something, you know? And if you think you're gonna be like, fuck you, not me, I ain't bending over for nobody, trust me, they're gonna beat you to fucking death. They will beat you to death. It's happened, it will happen, it is what it is. They'll beat you to death, throw you in the shoe, put a fucking sheet around your neck, and just say you fucking killed yourself. It is what it is. You know, it's rough in there, dude. So these sheriffs, man, like, we come in and we're like the dorm is maybe like 60 people, you know? And if I remember, I was in dorm 52, I believe. 52, 53. That was my dorm. And anyway, so we come into this dorm, right? And basically the entire room, you know, is going through the strip search. And in the middle of the room, you know, you line up around the outside of the perimeter of the inside perimeter of the room, and everyone does it at the same time. And there's usually 8 to 12 sheriffs, you know, and you kind of get familiar with their faces. You never talk to them. Like, as homies, we were not allowed to talk to the sheriffs unless they talk to us, and even then we cut it short. And someone had to be next to you when you did talk to them, so that you didn't get into problems of someone saying, oh, you're passing information, right? So I don't know why, man, this rookie that's trying to prospect decides to use me as I guess to test me and victimize me, you know, just to show his that he's down with the hood, right? So he says something like I'm Armenian, man. I don't know if you guys are from LA. We're like Italians, dude. Like, we come fuzzy, man. We're like hairy people. You know, it is what it is. It's like, fucking hey, I had more chest hair than some of my teachers did on their face in junior high school. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. We all come in different shapes and sizes, right? So this rookie, blonde hair, blue eyes, young dude, my age, I was probably 19. So one thing I will refer back to before I say this is, so this is the first time I'm going to county jail. So I'm in roughly about 2 months now. Come on, squirrel, make it across the street. There you go. So, before I went in, I talked to my homies, the ones that been to prison, that been to jail, that been through the system. So I know the rules and what to do and what not to do before I get there, right? Like, I don't want to get there and find out. So my homies told me, like, hey, dog, like, you're straight, you know. You're already with it, you know. You already kick up dust. You already know what's up. It's just a matter of fucking, you know, there's certain words you don't say, like punk, bitch, lame to people, and you don't let anyone say these words to you. You don't let anyone be disrespectful. If they do, you sock them in the face right then and there. And, you know, and they break it down in terms of organization and this. So I went in there, dude. I went in there with the mind state, like, I'm gonna kill people in here if I have to. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you throw me in the belly of the beast like that, and if it's me or someone else, I'll fucking slice their throat. I don't give a fuck. You know? I went in with that mentality, and it was a switch, man. As soon as I got in, it tripped me out. It took me like 3 days to really, and then after that 3-day point, I was like, okay, it all makes sense what they told me. Fuck that, I ain't letting nobody slide on shit, you know? So fast forward to this search that's going on. Now, one of these sheriffs is massive. I'm talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime in a sheriff fucking uniform. And this guy had the most juice from all the sheriffs. He wasn't the highest ranking, but this dude had the fucking juice. When he said something, that everyone did it. It was the weirdest thing. There are older cats that you know, they had their chevrons, they've been there long. But this guy just, I don't know why. He just had the juke. Like, he had the keys. It was like that. So, another sheriff, he was a Marine. I'm talking about black dude, 6'2", 6'4", heavy, big, muscular, straight Marine, dude. Like, you could tell just the way he ran his program was like this guy was in the fucking Marines. And I used to think to myself, relax. Like, I wouldn't say it, but in my head I'll be like, hey homie, like, relax, dude. We're not in the fucking Marines. We're in jail. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's similar, we all go to battle, but it's like, it's not the same type of battle, bro. And then you have a sprinkle of everyone else, right? So this rookie, man, this baby-faced rookie, not a hair on his fucking body, bro, except for his eyebrows and his hair, and maybe his lashes, you know? He looks like you took a baby and shaved it. Like, that's how clean cut this dude was, right? Just naturally, it is what it is. That's the way he was born. So, as we're going through the search, this dude decides to say something disrespectful to me. He says to me something in the lines of, fuck, you're a hairy motherfucker, or something like that, right? And I already know why he did it. It wasn't about saying that to me. It wasn't about if I was hairy, if I wasn't. It was to get a reaction out of me. And based on that reaction, for him to beat my ass, and then all the sheriffs beat my ass. That was part of his initiation process, right? So he says this to me after, you know, they let everyone out. They go like, you stay. And when they said you stay, and I'm stuck in that room all by myself, butt fucking naked in my birthday suit. I'm talking about in my birthday suit. This motherfucker in my face goes, you know, goddamn. He looks at my chest and goes, goddamn, you're a hairy motherfucker. And I told him, what the fuck you say about how I was born? And this guy goes, what? And I didn't start like quick. I said, is there something fucking funny about the way I was born? And this dude grabs his flashlight to fucking hit me with it. And the Arnold Schwarzenegger looking dude straight puts his arm out and stops him, man. And it turns out this Arnold Schwarzenegger looking dude, he's Armenian, dude. Because he asks me in Armenian. He goes, Hayes, which means like, are you Armenian? I go, yeah, in English. He goes, okay. He goes, why are you so angry? In Armenian. He goes, I go, I'm not. This is just the way I am. And this dude like nods his head in approval, like, all right, man. Like, this guy dug the fact that I'm standing there butt naked, and I fully understood what's happening, and I'm willing to fuck that. I'm gonna go down fighting. You guys are gonna have to beat my ass like a man. Even if I die, you're gonna have to beat my ass to death like a man, but you're not gonna beat my ass to death like a bitch. And that's why he stopped that rookie, because that rookie didn't recognize the fact that it wasn't just gonna be him hitting me. Like, I honed in on him. Like, even though there's like 8 other sheriffs, I didn't give a fuck. You're the one I'm talking to, bro. You're the one I'm talking to, butt naked, man. Like, you get close, you hit me, man. It's on, bro. I'm gonna try and strangle you to death, sheriff or not. And this Armenian sheriff literally saved me from the beating of a lifetime. Because if they had beat me, most likely, at the least, I would have ended up in the hospital that day. But the sheriff, man, excuse me, the sheriff, dude, after this, he digs me, man. Like, he dug the fact that I carried myself like a man at 19 fucking years old, 20 years old. You know, most people, if you catch them by themselves and you outnumber them, I don't care what. Most gangsters, if you catch them by themselves, butt naked, and confront them, they're gonna try to, like, talk their way out. They're not gonna be these hardcore gangsters. You know, humans are human. It is what it is. It's rare that you'll catch someone by themselves and they'll still be like, yeah, what's up, homie? Fuck you. I don't give a fuck, right? Not a lot of people are like that, but I was in that mind state while I was in LA County that I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I'm going down fighting. I don't give a fuck if it's 100 of you or if it's one of you. I'm gonna treat the situation the same. You disrespect me, I'm swinging for the fences, bro, until I die. I don't give a fuck, right? So from then on, and then this created a different fucking problem, because once this guy dug me, like anytime we went to Chow Hall, we had to walk in a line, and it was a far distance. Like, let's say from here to the house that crosses, you know, we had to walk a distance, and you gotta stand in line equal distance from each other, look down, don't look left, don't look right, shut the fuck up and walk, right? And every time this guy would see me in Armenian, he would tell me, the problem was that he would tell me in Armenian. He would tell me, like, are you good? I'm like, and I'll be like, yeah, thank you. The most polite I could be, right? Like, other than people being disrespectful, I was extremely polite, you know? And so he'll tell me, are you all right? Is everything good? I'll be like, yeah, thank you for asking. And he'd be like, do you want anything? Do you need anything? And most people in my position, if a sheriff said that, you best believe they're gonna be like, oh, give me new clothes, give me some new shoes, give me extra meal, or change me to this dorm I want to be at, or do, like, no, I don't want nothing from him. I'd be like, no, thank you for the offer, I appreciate it. Most polite I could be. So even though he was asking me in Armenian, I was answering him in English, because I don't want anybody to think that, you know, like there's this secret conversation going on, you know? And this happened every fucking day, right? And it's happening for like a week. So I go to the homie that has the keys, right? And the cool part is, when this homie came in, I took care of him out of just the kindness of my heart. Like, the homie came in and I noticed he was a scary looking dude, so no one showed him the dorm, no one broke it down. He came in with nothing in his hands. And usually everybody comes in with something, deodorant, shower, something, you know? So I immediately noticed that, you know, there's something wrong with this picture. So I went and I talked to him. I was like, what's going on, bro? Like, you know, I'm me, you know, and nice to meet you. Whoop-de-whoop. Like, I noticed you came in without anything. Is there a reason for that? And he's like, yeah, man, I've been here for like almost 2 weeks. Hey, more squirrels, bro. Do you guys just want to get run over? So he's like, I just got here like week and a half, 2 weeks almost, whatever the fuck he said. He's like, every time I put in an order, they keep transferring me, man. And I think they're doing it on purpose, bro. He's like, he explained it to me, but basically they were purposely transferring him so he doesn't have shit. You know, sheriffs fuck with you in all kinds of ways and shapes, and, you know. So I was like, all right, don't trip, man. Like, I got you, bro. First off, we have a kitty. It's called a kitty. It's where like all the homies will donate to the kitty, and if you're a homie that comes in and you need something, it's in there, like shower, shoes, deodorant, stuff like that. But it's not always the best stuff, because, you know, not everybody has stuff, and people will take from the kitty often. And I had stuff, so I was like, all right, homie, just kick back, I got you. I came back with a whole bunch of stuff for this dude. I had the actual deodorant that you buy, because the county deodorant, you'd rather just put soap on you, right? So I gave him everything he needed, including food, to carry on until coming week where he gets his food. And when I gave it to him, I told him, hey, bro, like he didn't want to accept it at first. And I was like, hey, dude, like, when I first came in, I had nothing and no one gave me shit, other than the homies telling me about the kitty. I have stuff, dog. Like, I'm not I'm not fishing. I'm not doing shit, bro. I'm just giving this to you. You don't owe me anything. You don't owe me a favor. You don't owe me anything other than a thank you. And this guy said, thank you. I actually appreciate it. Now, when I got transferred to Wayside, now this homie has the keys, right? And I was real close with him in LA County, but once he got the keys in Wayside, I kind of distanced myself. I even told him, hey, bro, like, I'm not with that kiss ass shit, dog. Like, I'm noticing, like, people will kiss ass to the dude with keys so they don't have problems. Either they're scared or they don't have much, or, you know, they're trying to maneuver somehow, right? I wasn't that person, man. I was like, just leave me the fuck alone, I'll leave you alone type of thing. So I told him, hey, you know, I'm your dude, just like in LA County, man. If you need me, you tell me, I'm there with you, dog. But I'm not gonna hang around you and kiss ass and do all that. He's like, hey, dog, like, I already know your personality. You didn't even have to say that. This is why I like you so much and respect you. I was like, dope. So this situation with the sheriffs happens, right? That they're keep fucking talking to me in a different language. No one else except me and the fucking sheriff understand the language. So I go to the homie and I'm like, hey, bro, like, this is the situation, man. Like, after that search situation, this dude keeps asking me every fucking day. This is the same questions, bro. How you doing? Is everything all right? Do you want anything? And I answer him in English, bro. And I'm like, bro, I'm noticing this is going to become a real problem for me. Homies are going to start thinking something is happening. He's like, you know what? A few homies already approached me about this. It already became a problem. He's like, but don't even trip, bro. I know who you are. I realize what's happening. I already got that covered. I killed that. Don't even worry about it. You just keep doing exactly what you're doing. You answer in English. Be polite. Don't talk to him any more or less than you have to. And that's it. You have no problems, bro. I was like, that's what's up, man. That's what's fucking up. You know? And it's weird, man. In life, it's really like that. Sometimes when you do things out of genuine kindness, just to do it, not because you expect something back, not because you're desperate, and just to, you know what, man, I want you to be a little better than you are right now. Just out of the kindness of my heart, I'm gonna do something. And when people are in need and that happens, people are appreciative, man. And the homie was super appreciative of it. And we became real close in county jail, man. It was just, he was the coolest dude, man. He was the scariest looking dude, man. But he was fucking cool as fuck. Most polite, most, you know. And I'm not saying like if he was soft. He wasn't soft by any measure. Usually the fucking craziest, hardest people were the nicest people in there, man. Because they didn't have to flex. They didn't have to pretend to be someone they weren't. So yeah, that's the story of me almost getting beat to fucking death in LA County jail. And what's funny, and if you think I'm exaggerating, so the day I actually got released, the area you move through, you gotta you go through certain doors, and then there's this area where you see all the sheriff's cameras. And I looked at the camera, and I've never seen this in my life, man. They were pulling this dude out on a stretcher, and I'm looking at the camera. They're pulling him out on a stretcher, and his skull is caved in. I'm talking about, you know when a basketball is deflated? Like there's no air in it and you step on it or kick it. You know how the basketball is like caved in? That's this dude's skull was fucking caved in like that. Blood everywhere, like just dead, obviously dead. Pulling him out, you know, just taking him out, in the stretcher like fucking nothing's happening, you know? Yeah, it's crazy in there, dude. It's crazy. It really is. And you're talking about this is, I gotta say, early 2000s. So it was there was no fucking smartphones, and you know, like all that shit was brand fucking spanking new. So anyway, solo YOLO bolo, that's the tale of that. Peace.